Hey everyone, it's Matt at Arcade Tech Ranger, and today we're going to be talking about a different game, Super Space Club. It's an arcade shooter, just came out for the Xbox. It's pretty fun, so I wanted to make a video and talk about it. I was provided a review code by GrahamOfLegend, the developer of the game, so I wanted to talk about it, give my thoughts, and then see if it's right for you, a review, so to speak. We're going to have a quick overview of the game, how to play, and then I'll have my thoughts at the end of the video. And comment down below if you're interested in this game or you think it looks pretty cool. But with that out of the way, let's take a look at Super Space Club for the Xbox. So what is this game? It's a lo-fi arcade space shooter. According to the description, you have a ship, you're part of the Super Space Club, and you shoot at other ships, get their space dust. You accumulate enough space dust to get new characters, weapons, and ships. Short and simple. And one of the things I love about the description of the game is one of the lines is, "In space, everyone can hear you groove." And that's because this game has a pretty cool soundtrack, and it's done by Fatbard, and it incorporates a lot of international flavor and style to the music, so you get a little bit of Jamaican vibes to French hip-hop vibes. Here's a sample. Pretty good, right? So GrahamOfLegend was a studio formed by Graham Reed. It's a one-man studio, and he's actually from Jamaica himself. Moved to the States, shipped a couple games, and then moved on to Super Space Club, which will be the first game and debut game of GrahamOfLegend for the PC and the Xbox. So when you load up Super Space Club for the first time, you'll pretty much be thrown right into it. The screen that you'll get next is the character selection screen where you can pick your character, but then you also pick your ship and your weapon. Before you get into all that though, I would just recommend starting up a game and learning the controls. Pretty simple concept. It's kind of like Asteroids, however, the main difference is every time you shoot, you actually lose energy. So when you get low energy, you are pretty vulnerable and can die in 2 to 3 shots. So one, you don't want to get hit by the other ships, but then also you don't want to shoot too much. Right when you jump in, you'll see the vibrant colors, chill soundtrack going on in the background, and I think this helps with how you actually play the game, because if the music is really intense, you just feel like you need to zip around everywhere and shoot as much as possible. I wouldn't recommend that because you're getting hot water pretty quick. The goal is to complete these missions, which are random objectives that are assigned to you that will actually change with each mission. There will be a lot of different characters that you can choose, but you have to unlock them. So the first one you have is Xander, and each character has their own special ability. Roscoe, the second character you unlock, is probably my favorite so far, just because Roscoe has this ability where you can basically slow time and then shoot while you're doing it. It also looks really cool. In terms of your ship's weapons, you start off with the single shot. You'll eventually be able to unlock something like a firework that actually shoots and then spreads out mines almost, and just like a spray and pray one. You'll start off with just a basic ship, but then there's some different ones that you can unlock. All of these have different pros and cons, so you can try out different combinations and see what works best for you. You could pick a ship that has a more balanced approach, or if you're like me when I started, maybe pick something a little bit more heavier, slower, that might take some more hits, just so you can get used to the different waves. Picking the right ship can also be helpful in actually picking up the stardust easily when you defeat an enemy. It can get a little hairy on the higher waves because there's more enemies thrown at you. The good thing about this game is that you know what you're going to get with each wave, so pretty much the first wave is just kind of like your pawns, just the basic ships that are shooting at you. As waves go on, you'll have to fight harder enemies, but then also there will be more of them. Same concept as something like Geometry Wars in this case, where destroying things as fast as possible might be a really good way to manage how many enemies are actually on the screen at once. This can also land you in some hot water, so you want to be mindful of that. Use your boosters, they're unlimited, and just get out of dodge if you need to. I like doing this thing where I boost past the enemies and then just turn around and then just start shooting, kind of like I'm taking pot shots at them, because in this case there's really no time limit for each wave, so you can take your time if you need to. And if you do get destroyed, then you can change your loadout after the round ends. There's no real penalty here if you do. So with all that information, what do I think of the game? Well, as I said at the beginning of the video, it's a fun game. When I first got my Xbox, I played a game called Lumines HD. That was a puzzle type game, and then every time you cleared a stage, you'd actually unlock a different song. That got kind of annoying after a while though, because if you got stuck on a stage, you just hear the same song over and over again. So I appreciate in this game, the song actually changes every round, although I still really like the music in this game. That paired with the gameplay itself, the colors, how smooth everything is. I'm running it on a Series X, and it seems to be pretty smooth, probably even better than 60 frames per second, although I don't really have a way to measure that. So if everything we went over in this video sounds good to you, I'd recommend buying the game, supporting an independent developer, so you can make more stuff like this. I'm really enjoying it. It's something that I can load up after a night of playing something a little bit more hardcore. A great game to wind down the night. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you plan on picking up Super Space Club or have any questions about the game. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
I wanna know if you would follow me there. Sometimes I